Who spends more money, you or me?
You.
What kind of stuff do I spend money on?
Look at this. Look at this TV, this equipment here. I wish you could see the rest of this room here.
This TV we've had for 5 years. That canvas I made, that canvas down there I made. This right here was a gift. This right here you made. That right there I bought at a flea market for maybe $10.
There's this one that you bought. Wait, this one.
Which one? Oh, I did buy that. I did buy that one. That's a good point. It was $100. I supported a local business during the pandemic. Yeah. So I try not to. I try to make my money work for me though. Whatever I spend stuff on, like I don't spend money on stuff that I don't think is going to make me money.
Right. Well, you spend more money, but you also make more money. So it kind of like evens out there.
I like it when you say that. I wanted to ask you, we are approaching on May 1st our 8-year anniversary. How many more years do you have in you?
For sure another 10, I think.
Another 10? Man, I thought you were going to say like 2 or 3.
2 or 3. No.
Another 10? Really?
I think it'll be interesting this next decade.
The 20s?
The 20s. Aiden will be out. Aiden will be out. Fiona's going to be by herself growing up. She'll be a little bit older, more independent.
So Aiden's 15. How old is he? Are we kicking him out?
No, we don't have to kick him out, no.
How old is he going to be when he's out, when he's independent?
It depends. Like, I mean, if he's going to school, I mean, stay here, whatever. But if he's, like, not doing anything, he's just on his ass, like, I mean, then I'm going to give him a little push, you know?
Oh, something I've never said on camera before is I would like to, when he turns 18, get him something like $5,000 in stocks and tell him you should not spend this, pull this out, do anything to it. And when you're 35, 40, retire if you want. Just let that money work for you so you're never in debt. And get him some sort of vehicle, a beater car, or co-sign something for him. And then this is where it gets crazy. You know how Donald Trump's father, he's like, gave him a small $1 million loan? Something like, I think, $5,000 as a stimulus for him to do whatever he wants with it. But you're never getting a dollar out of me ever again. Like with that provision of, do not ask me for anything. I'm never going to help you unless you're dying, but I'm never going to help you pay your rent. I'm never going to help you do anything. If your car breaks down, like you need to become
help him with the car.
Resourceful. No, I'm not going to help him pay for it. No,
pay for it. Yeah.
Not pay for it. I mean, help him, tell him like, yeah, go here, go there, get it checked out. Here's what this thing is. Of course. But as far as him becoming like I think that's one of the steps that you need for financial independence. And I would have loved a stimulus growing up. I certainly didn't get a stimulus, right? Nor was I entitled to it. I don't think anybody is, but I think it would be a great place for him to potentially build a future out of it. Because in my gut, I feel like college is not going to be in his future. I don't see it happening. I would be pleasantly surprised if it does.
Right. I mean, it depends on what he wants to do. But he's a fast learner. He's pretty independent. He makes his own food now. Washes his clothes.
He's very tidy.
Super.
Yeah.
His room is so clean.
It's very clean. Yeah, he got that from you.
Mm-hmm.
He got a lot of things from you. He got it all from you. But yeah, I feel like that's coming up. He's going to be 16 this year. So
he wants to drive.
I'd say in 3 years, I'm going to set him up with those things, but also push him out the door. Go figure it out, like go work at an H-E-B, push carts, pay rent, live with 4 guys, and figure it out, I think you learn a lot from that. Or I would also respect if he told me, which I don't think he would, but I would really respect if he was like, guys, can you give me 5 years? I want to build my own business, but I just want to like have a very, very low overhead. And if he like approached me from that angle, I'd hear him out. You know, even if that means him living, I got a 25-year-old living with me, you know, but why would you, as if you're a young man, like, why would you want to live with your parents other than saving money? Right.
Right.
But why would you, like, dude, you're not going to bring your girlfriend over here and I'm not going to wake up and she's raiding my fridge. Like, that shit is not going to happen.
That would be awkward.
It's not going to happen. I won't allow it. 2021 goals for me. I want to build things to look forward to, experience wise. I think it's a reaction from coming out of the pandemic, a reaction of we didn't get to do anything. We didn't get to really share experiences. All of us had our birthdays at home, you know. Okay, cool. We did that. Let's do something different this year. Let's have some experiences. That's worth spending money on because you can take that with you forever, building memories and all that kind of stuff. In March, God willing, if everything goes well, we're going to New York City, just you and me, fuck the kids. And that was one of those things I wanted to plant into the future, something to look forward to. And I think I think we can look forward to it. This will be the first time you and I have traveled really anywhere.
Yeah.
First time in our relationship.
It's a long time coming.
Yeah. What do you want to walk away with from that?
I mean, so I've never been to New York. You have. So that'll be interesting for me. I'm just gonna I just want to soak it all in and just like take advantage of it as much as I can because who knows the next time I'll be able to go. I just want to see. I just kind of want. I mean, I guess that's another resolution too. I want to get out a little bit more. I want to try to travel a little bit more. Because of anxiety, I don't travel as much, nor do I care to. But now I'm trying to take a little bit more control of that to get out. I think it not being a car ride is super helpful because I don't like being in the car.
But you've never shitted inside an airplane.
No.
Talk about anxiety. I mean, you start rethinking your whole life.
Why? It's a bathroom.
I've been inside a toilet in a bathroom, inside an airplane, and I thought, man, I thought I had planned this better. You know, you start thinking I got to go back and I got to sit down. I'm not just talking about taking a leak.
Right. Yes, I know what you're saying.
I got to go. I mean, I should have brought my own toilet paper. You start having these conversations with yourselves. I'm trying.
This is not helpful, though.
It's not helpful, but but that was like in the beginning when I first started traveling full time. You know?
I mean,
but with you, I think it's going to be. You're going to be traveling with somebody that knows his way around stuff, and it's super fun and simple. And we'll probably be wearing masks. You know, it's still going to be people are going to be more conscientious, hopefully, than the last time I've traveled, which was last March. So. Hopefully I don't have anything on my plate for work. Either way, I'm going to be requesting that time off and I will not be bothered. I want to walk away with it. Here's the thing. So I'm used to traveling with 4 bags and like a gear bag and like all this crazy shit. I almost don't want to take anything. Like I just want to take
just bare minimum.
Like a carry-on, like a
fanny pack
that has my toothpaste and charger, toothbrush, and I just want to have like one backpack of stuff that has like underwear, socks. After that, I don't care. Like I don't want to take anything. And I kind of want to come back with stuff, right?
Right.
I want to come back. Like I want to take a bunch of disposable cameras, and I keep doing this. This is my disposable camera and not take anything on my phone. That way, those pictures are precious, you know. Right. Like I'm super romantic. Like this is like the time to be romantic, you know, going to New York City. So that's a really exciting thing for me. And quite frankly, like I feel like you and I need it.
Yeah, I mean, we've been at home with everybody for a year now. Going on a year.
It feels like longer. For me, it feels longer.
Right.
I've been working from home for about 3 years. And so I'm used to maybe I'll film stuff and I'll come back home and I'm going to edit at the house. When everybody's winding down, I'm always like on mode. And so it's hard. It's hard. Getting out is definitely something I want to add on my list this year. It's weird that it's this year. It's now.
Well, now you can say that. Today you can say that.
Yeah, it's happening right now.
I've got like 10 weeks or something. Maybe a little bit more.
Before what?
Before we leave.
10 weeks. Okay.
About like 10 weeks.
It's going to go by fast. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. And after that, I want to book something else. And when and if I start traveling back with work again, and we get to go to these exotic places.
Like Hawaii.
It'd be cool to take the family. I mean, I think people do that. And I would do that.
Right.
And it'd be fun. And I would be that guy, I would be that guy and I would actually be able to enjoy it. I'd be able to maybe show up there 2 days earlier or at least leave 2 days later, something like that.
That'd be fun.
That would be really fun. So I feel in a pretty good position going into 2021. I feel I learned a lot in 2020. I learned a lot. And it's not just something that went in one year and out the other. I'm going to stick with it. And it's gonna serve me. I'm gonna be able to use it. I think we got kind of spoiled before the pandemic. We took a lot of things for granted. We just expected things to be a certain way. And now that we know things aren't always certain, you can adapt to that. And I think it helps the pressure and the stress, at least for me.
Yeah, I remember it was like the end of February and we had like reports from China coming in and I was like, oh, okay, good to know, but I'm in the US, right? And I didn't even know what the 2020 how it was gonna be different. I just felt like at least for me, like in my own little bubble, I didn't feel like anything was gonna change for me. I just felt like I wasn't going anywhere. Like creatively or mentally, emotionally, I just kind of was stunned a little bit, I guess. And then on my birthday, it was a Friday. That's when, lockdown happened. So when did it happen? I don't know if it happened during the day or like in the evening. As like I'm blowing out my birthday candles, I'm just thinking, oh, we all have to like stay in now. And it's just like, I felt like what a waste of a day of a birthday. So it kind of just didn't even feel like a birthday at all. Because everything, I felt like everything came crashing down that day. Also the day that Breonna Taylor got murdered.
March 13th?
I think so, yeah. I think it was like that night.
Wow.
So I just felt like, well, let's just forget my birthday this year. Too much is going on in the world. Quite an experience. And then everyone else here had their birthday at home. So there was that. So I just felt like I wasn't going anywhere at the beginning of the year. And then all this stuff happened. And then things got pushed back. But then I kind of pushed myself in a different direction of, okay, well, let me work on my art and let me work on the business a little bit, and let me plan for the last couple of months of 2020, if we could have that at least. So I felt like things turned around at the end there, like slightly, on a personal level.
Yeah, and I'm really proud of what you're able to accomplish amidst the pandemic in 2020. And I feel like we have a pretty good infrastructure for our business, Indie Darlings, to really take it places we wanted it to go last year. But I think for me anyways, I feel like I did a lot of mental exercise last year to take us to this year. And I'm a very, as you know, I'm in my head type of person. So to be able to apply those things to what we're going to do this year makes me really excited. What are some goals for you, creatively speaking? Like, and more specifically, I'm very curious, what do you want to do consistently? Like, what are the new habits, new routines, however you want to phrase it, that you want to build and you want to set that you can carry into this year?
Um, well, one thing, so last year I did the Inktober, and that was super fun and crazy at the same time because we were moving, and I really pushed myself. I didn't think I could do art every day, given a prompt, and then you uploaded whatever, right? And so I did this also on the iPad, which I'm not like haven't been really used to, but this year I really got into doing doing art on the iPad. Um, so that's been a whole new thing for me. But so I learned a lot for myself there. But I do want to try to do art. I don't know if I want to. I don't think I want to do it every day, but like once a week, have something just so that I can kind of find really what I want to do. Because I like doing all kinds of things. I just don't have like the thing yet.
What do you mean by the thing?
Like I like using charcoal. I like drawing and I like drawing people. I like floral designs. So there's like a lot of different like things that I like to draw, but I don't have like the one thing that I can carry on that I want to carry on with, should I say.
Hmm.
Like people there's like painters out there who just like paint like certain type of things, right?
Of course. I feel people find that by trying many different things.
Yeah, and so I want to like get into the habit of doing a bunch of things and knocking them out and scratching them out and say like, oh, I don't like any of these 100 things or however, I guess however long it takes, however many drawings it takes to find like the things that I like and the style that I like to do. Because that happened to me with Inktober too. It took me like 10 days of drawing to figure out that I like the black background and white drawing.
Yeah, that is cool.
And so
You probably wouldn't have got to that without
right.
iterating.
Yeah. I had to go through a bunch of different styles before I found that one. But I'm so like envious of painters because I love paintings and I love like the time it takes. But I don't have right now. I don't have the patience. I don't have the skill yet, but I don't have the patience or the space to work on paintings because you have to have that like space to put all that stuff. But I definitely want to do more charcoal and more like pencil, pen drawings.
What is like an easy thing that you can do every day, creatively speaking?
I mean, I could draw every day.
Just to form a habit, though.
Yeah,
Like
I
what?
could draw for like an hour a day. I've done it, so that could be
That's a strong
interesting.
exercise, don't you think?
It is. It's yeah.
I've been trying to make the easiest type of videos that I can for TikTok right now. I've done it for 4 or 5 days, not even that long. And what I like is I look at the first one that I did and I thought it was good, but it wasn't. And then I look at the one that I did today and I feel pretty good about it. And what is it going to look like 10 days from now?
Right.
Because I can overthink things. You should see how many private YouTube videos I have of tests of this, using this lens, I don't like it, using this camera body, I don't like it, this background, I don't like it, these colors, I don't like it, etc. And it's a lot of it really, really doesn't matter. It stops me from being creative because the thing that I want people to get from me the most as an artist when they think about me is prolific, is he's consistent and he's there and he makes an abundance of stuff. I think that's like true power and that's true influence personally. And those are the type of creatives that I like anyways, the ones
right.
that make a lot of stuff. They don't all have to be good, but there's a confidence that comes from here's one, here's this, I do that, here I do this, I do that. And when you were doing Inktober and in October, I was seeing pieces from you that you would have never otherwise made, and I was grateful that you made them. And you were engaging with people online, you were consistent, and I mean, even in our moving day, which was a crazy 48, 72 hours, the day before, the day of, and the day after. I mean, I think we did like a 2-day move at one point. We needed 2 U-Hauls at one point, and you never missed a day, and you were still. And I remember telling you should probably do like 2 or 3 days in advance. And you were like, no, that's cheating. That's not how this works. I like how you had a principle in the matter. And you were consistent. And some of those items have made it to our Etsy shop.
Yeah.
And they're just cool.
I wish more did. So I'm saying like, I think if I do it more often, I could figure it out, and I could have, because I in my mind I already want, there's something that I want to do. I want to do a series of drawings. Um, I just need to actually do it.
Yeah. Well, let me know what I can do to help you actually do it.
Right.
Because it doesn't have to be like a brilliant bestseller.
No, it doesn't.
It
And I
never
think that's what
does.
I think that's what like daily doing it daily, like they're not all going to be perfect or great. It's just for you to like pick up the pencil and actually get something down.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could say same for writers,
Hmm.
actually get some words in.
I think the only way to build enough of a reputation and get our brand out there to make enough money to do that for a living is to definitely be consistent and to not be precious about what we do, but to
Right.
just be ourselves every single day and show up. That's the stuff that's missing online. And I think that's what's holding a lot of people back. And it's certainly been something that's held me back. And so hopefully you do that. And there's still a lot of time left in the day to do it. This is something that we set on schedule for us a couple of days ago, and we're doing it.
I know.
It's
Maybe
crazy.
like 45 minutes late, but
No. To me, it's
my fault.
I like committing to that.
Right. And I hope I mean, I feel like it lies mostly on me, but I hope that I can, like, I want to do this weekly. I want to talk weekly. Hopefully I feel like I could commit to it. Granted.
You don't have any roadblocks.
No.
You'll be fine. I think we can commit to it. I think
You don't think we'll run out of things to say?
No. When that time comes, we will implement something to add variety to it. Like I'll have a computer up here,
okay,
and we'll talk about some videos or even TikToks or art that we can commentate on and say why I think why this works or whatever, or anything just that you feel like you want to express. Like we've been together for so long. Like I personally don't feel bored of you. I learn new things about. I learn new things about you, and I'm still curious. So I think we'll be fine. We also talk a lot, so maybe this will help me. This will help me save stuff for the show.
Yeah, and I don't know if people know that.
That we talk a lot?
I feel like people know that you talk a lot, and you can talk a lot. But we do talk a lot. I also feel like 60-70% of the conversation is you, though, which is okay with me because we're opposites in that way. So it works out. I'm not like, because you're on a different energy. I mean, you're a whole other level. Like, you're on a different level here, energy wise. And I'm just not that.
No, I'm always thinking about it's like wrestling. Okay, I'm in the ring, but I'm always thinking about what is the kid in the crowd thinking about what I'm doing in the ring. So what is the person that's listening to this thinking? What is the person that is watching this thinking? I'm always tethered to that person. And so I just try to anticipate what they want from this first, and try to give it to them. I'm always thinking about that. My brain is always wired for them. So we're winding down here. What do you want to talk about for people to look forward to the next time we do this? It'd be cool. Ask us anything you want. If you want to talk, I'm really open to talking about our relationship. In a way, it's secret. In a way, it's kind of like guarded and protected. I think so, because I really don't talk about it unless I talk about it with you. When I go on other people's podcasts, I will say, Claire's the best. Her butt, this and that, all this stuff, of course. But when it comes to, it's not just, I don't lead with that per se, because it's my relationship. It's private, and all that. But if you're watching this and you're listening and you're curious about her and me, feel free to ask us something, and I would love to talk about it. Something crazy too, I'm an open book, and also I'm curious to see with the light and the microphone on, like what you were gonna say.
Me? Oh my God.
Personally, like I'm really curious about what you would say. But so I think we're gonna dive deeper into our relationship. I'd like to dive deeper into what makes us tick creatively, the stuff that we're working on, and I think it's gonna be really, really fun. I'm looking forward to this, and I don't want to miss a Friday.
Okay.
And if I'm going to go out of town when that happens, when life gets back to normal, then we're going to record it in advance. Like I don't want to miss a Friday. So let's stick to that. And I know I can do it. So, I just stick with me here. We're going to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can do that.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to me and for taking time out of your day. I think I'm ready to eat now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to not, I'm trying not to look so bloated on camera. But I think I'm ready to eat now. And so let's chop this up. And I love you guys so much. The listeners, thank you so much for listening. You can find this on Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Check it out on the Indie Darlings YouTube channel, where you can find other podcasts as well. Visit indiedarlings.net. And if you use offer code IndieAF, don't you get, what is it?
Like 20%?
20% off. I'm really grateful that a friend of the show who's been on the podcast before, Jake Cole, purchased one of these Indie Darlings beanies just because I posted a TikTok the other day. He was like, yo, I'm going to buy that beanie. And he did. And I thought it was so cool. I feel like I didn't even have to do anything. But people that want to rep that and know what we're about and know what we live for and what makes us tick, if you want to support that, visit indiedarlings.net. Use that offer code IndieAF to get a little discount. It helps us, and I hope you dig what we make. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Knives Monroe. This is Claire. She obviously missed her beat, and we'll see you guys next Friday. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.